morning to you on this beautiful Thursday morning, August 15, 2024. And we say welcome back to Sunrise. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for making the right choice. And of course, always keeping us with you wherever you are. We're there with you too. And it's now time for the headlines with the very demure, the very mindful, the very girly, the very cutesy, TK Dawkins. How are you, love? Good morning.
See how I'm holding this card?
Yeah.
Very demure.
Very demure.
Very demure. You see this green? You see everything?
Yeah.
Very cutesy.
Yeah. Very cutesy. You see your hair? Very mindful.
Very mindful. Great morning. We're going to jump in because we have so many things to talk about, and I don't know if you've been keeping up, but we do have a whole heap of good news for you this morning.
It's tense.
Yes.
The week has been
tense.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
It's been a week. So let's jump into it, right? Clarendon Massacre suspect killed. A male who suspected to be involved in the Clarendon Massacre was killed yesterday in a special operation conducted by the police alongside the Jamaica Defence Force, the JDF, and the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency, MOCA. He has been identified as Steve Smith, also known as Thicker or Fly Brain, from either Comfort or Yorktown Division in the parish. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, was on the scene processing the incident. In a press release, the JCF stated that Smith was suspected of being involved in numerous contract-related killings and other serious and illicit activities in Clarendon and other parishes. However, residents are saying that the police got the wrong man. 5 additional suspects are in police custody.
Oh.
All right, what's next?
So that's in the news.
Yes.
That's tough. I mean, well, look, the residents are saying it's the wrong man. I am hoping that justice is served in a way that the right person or persons, responsible are identified and caught and perhaps interviewed, if I may say interview, because I would like to know if there are other plans to do like acts like this.
Oh, yeah, I was just about to say, you mean get information from whoever is involved about other plans?
Yes, because you see, when they die, we don't know, you know what I mean?
Oh, you can't get any more information from them?
I think we need more information because we need to know so that if there's a plan afoot for anything near or like that.
But I think them have a plan, a hand, a finger, or a toe. I don't think they're going to tell you.
Well, listen. They have to interrogate, when we watch those movies and instead of interrogate people, I don't know if that's the way they do it, but the truth is, we need to understand the root from whence come these kind of heinous acts so that we can, mitigate.
Weed them out.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of mitigating and trying to root out and these things, the next headline actually talks about some plans to help with this problem. Some multi-million-dollar rewards for information fund. The government has announced a major multi-million-dollar fund aimed at uncovering crucial leads in the brutal Cherry Tree Lane massacre. The fund, managed by the National Security Ministry, will offer substantial rewards for information leading to arrests, the recovery of firearms, and securing evidence against those responsible and bringing them to justice. Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced the initiative during a press conference at the office of the Prime Minister yesterday. The fund will focus specifically on the recent violent incident. So here's the breakdown. $6 million is available for tips leading to the arrest and charging of individuals directly involved in the killings, with up to $1 million per arrest. $5 million is designated for information on those who facilitated the crime, such as weapon suppliers and vehicle organizers, with rewards of up to $1.5 million per person. $4 million is allocated for tips leading to the recovery of the firearms used in the massacre. And $5 million is reserved for evidence that can secure charges against the gangs. Another $5 million will reward information on individuals harboring the criminals or their associates, with up to $800,000 per tips, though. So that is in place to help get the information that they seek.
Incentivize the information.
And I feel like one thing that incentivizes
is money.
Funds.
You show me the
funds.
Money, it's funds. I'm really hoping that it works, and it is working and will work. That's a hefty some or sums.
It can
be
buy a lot of
assigned,
groceries. It can do a lot of hurricane barrel repairs. It can do a lot of back-to-school shopping. It can do many things. So
I like the fact that they, aiding and abetting, my lawyer friend will tell me, the persons who weren't there involved directly.
Co-conspirators.
Yes, the co-conspirators, yes, are also
Aiders
being targeted. Yes, you have to get behind it.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely, absolutely. And then last up, efforts being made to arrest masked man in viral video. So efforts are now being made to arrest the masked man seen in a viral video hurling violent threats at Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The Deputy Commissioner responsible for crime and security, Fitz Bailey, confirmed at a press briefing on Wednesday that the suspect has been identified and has been on the police's radar. However, a name was not disclosed. The man also directed threats towards the Prime Minister's wife and House Speaker, Gillette Holness.
And I also remember hearing people in Clarendon, because a lot of persons are just saying it's the Prime Minister in this, or was saying something against, but it was also people in Clarendon. So Clarendonians were also...
all of Clarendon was threatened.
Was threatened as well. So, you know, context does matter. But I just really hope that we can move away from this type of barbarism, this type of violence. And, you know, people say, oh, free speech. But always remember, freedom comes with responsibility.
Absolutely.
And you're not just allowed to take up your phone and say whatever you want about whomever. And at the end of the day, even if you don't like the Prime Minister, you have to respect his office. He's also a human being. His family, they are people too. And so you can't just get up and just threaten people and say dirty, derogatory things about people. It's not kind, it is illegal, and it should stop. If you have a grouse, you can talk about it with your friends, you know. You don't have to take to social media and broadcast it. A lot of people are, it's almost as if, you know, it's like keyboard badness and keyboard gangsters, and everybody feel like, oh, we can say more, say, and a freedom of speech. Every freedom comes with responsibility, and you are only free insofar as it does not encroach on somebody else's right. You understand? And speaking about rights and freedoms, it's not in the headlines, TK, but I would like to advocate for the passengers and staff members at the Norman Manley International Airport. The AC has been down for quite some time. The fans that have been implemented are not working and cannot manage. And for me, when I look at Montego Bay Airport, is that Montego Bay is a different island, a different place altogether, because they're so girly, so cutesy, so demure, you know, really functional. The Norman Manley International Airport is hot. It is untenable. There are people, you have your children, you have your babies, you have the elderly, you have people who are sick. And then when you are asked to board the plane, you have to wait sometimes for a long period of time. TK, let me tell you, it's like a sauna out there. And I'm asking, I'm tired of the excuses. We want results now. It cannot be that you have workers and passengers who are paying to come to take a flight under those untenable circumstances. It has been going on long enough. And let me tell you, last week when I had to endure it, listen, I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt like I was going to pass out. The workers, everybody's just under siege and everybody's uncomfortable, and you keep hearing, oh, we're going to fix it. Oh, it's going to be, when is it? Is it going to be one day or day one? So the Norman Manley International Airport, they need to pull up their socks. The escalator doesn't work sometimes, or many of the times, right? And you know, people have, you know, the elevator sometimes not working, or it's only one working. Guys, we need to get it together. We can't say we're selling tourism, and we can't say, oh, we want to be, you know, internationally recognized, and then our infrastructure is not matching that. It has to match. So I'm asking the powers that be to please post-haste rectify the air conditioning situation at the Norman Manley International Airport. It is unbearable, it is untenable, and it needs to be fixed like yesterday.
Listen, the staff that's at the airport right now watching this, I'm sure they are cheering.
I saw a lady sweating profusely. One of the ladies, she was like a wheelchair, she was putting the lady in the wheelchair. Suppose you see how the lady sweating. I had the baby, and let me tell you, the sweat, me say, you know, say, me go cry now, me go just cry now. And then you have to wait, TK, and when you're on the jet bridge, and the heat, and just everything.
Everything,
guys, I'm asking you.
And it's interesting because that's the first touch point or the last touch point of somebody, for Jamaica.
Yeah.
So you don't want to leave that taste in their mouth.
And my thing is, you can't just fix up the airport where the tourists are coming and where your citizens are going is unbearable. That's not cute. That's not cute. Because where the tourists are, it's nice and jazzy. And then where we are, it come like a sardine tin. That's not nice. That don't look good. It don't feel good. None at all. We're citizens and we live here. And we have to make ourselves comfortable before you dance a yard, before you dance abroad. So please, whoever it is or whoever you are, fix it, please. Thank you. Because we're trying to keep it together. And there's going to come a time, remember, pressure bus pipe? Heat can do the same thing. All right.
Sort it out, because when I fly out. That's it for our Thursday headline. TK, I want to thank you. Thank you very much.
Aggravated.
Headlines.
Me, he's a rebel.
When we return, we'll go for
hard up gonna be demure. High hard up gonna be thoughtful.
For coconuts in breakfast is served. Stick and stay with us right here on Sunrise.